Alright guys, this is a quick little thing. So I was updating my system yesterday and I fucked up and forgot to reboot. So when I rebooted today, what happened was I ended up my NVIDIA drivers weren't working. And I've been using NVIDIA Open, but the default NVIDIA Open. So I went on to Telegram, asked for help, and they were like, "Oh, just switch to NVIDIA Open DKMS, and that should be a bit better." So I switched over to that. It seems to have worked. But the next thing I did was I set up a website. So you might notice that. Okay, so I have a GitHub, right? And you can go to my GitHub, but there's really nothing on it. This, however, is an I2P eepsite. So if you're into anonymous networking and all that, you will be able to view my personal website on I2P. Now, I also have a channel, an IRC channel, so I know I told everybody to join my XMPP muck, but if you want to be extra cool, I am also on the I2P Postman. And so what that is it's like localhost dash 6668. And if you're using I2P plus, it'll automatically set up a Postman port on your network or like a tunnel. So you can connect to Postman on your favorite IRC client. I use WeChat, but you can use whatever. They usually say use HexChat, but WeChat's cool. And you can join the channel hash waffles, and I will be in there along with like three other people. So if you don't know what I2P though is, I'll probably do a tutorial on setting that up if you're into that and how to get online with it, but I'll do that in like a VM or something because I already have a working install that's got a lot of personal config now, like private keys and stuff. Because now I have this website, and so you can go to waffles.i2p, and there will probably be content there at some point. I'm thinking of hosting some sort of a blog, maybe. So if you're into that, if you, I know a few people have said they wanted me to get into writing, but the thing about my writing is I don't write professionally. The writing I do is like I type how I talk, you know? So you'll get kind of that style of writing if I do that. But yeah, it's you can visit my own website. That isn't my GitHub. It is the Waffles I2P website or eepsite rather. So that's pretty cool. I'm gonna work on adding stuff to it, I guess. I just gotta mess around with it. I've been fucking around with Comfy UI for like AI image generation. I know, fuck it, AI, whatever. But I've got a GPU now, so I'm looking at things to do with it. I'm probably gonna set some like local chatbots or something. I don't even know yet. I actually thought of that as a use case for the accessibility distribution. Was one thing that was sort of a kind of the upside to what Microsoft was saying about their agentic OS is that potentially opens up a bunch of accessibility things. Because if your computer can do more than just what you tell it, like let's say you're somebody that can't speak or can't type, if it's agentic, it may be able to do something. I'm not even sure what yet, you know. But that's one of the cool things about this technology is it's progressing so fast that maybe it has some use case. So working on that, I did get Plasma keyboard working, and the way how I got it working, there was supposed to be a workaround where you can get it to show up on desktop, but for some reason it just requires touch even with the EMV set or whatever. So luckily I had bought a Wacom tablet, just like a wired one. I didn't get the expensive Bluetooth one. And if you touch the Wacom tablet, it'll open up your keyboard. Let me see if I can do that. Yeah, there we go. So it opens up a keyboard. You can see some of my web history there, but it's on LibreWolf, so it's all stuff I've been using I2P for onion routing. I know you're not supposed to do that, but I have just because it's a thing. But I'll probably switch to Tor browser for that, just because it's less secure to use I2P for onion routing. Because technically, like on paper, you should be more anonymized, but the I2P network can see your IP address, and the exit node can be compromised, but the exit node can be compromised on Tor too, but you have more hops, but then you're hopping through I2P, so I don't know. It's hard to tell what it is on paper, you know. But yeah, if you wanna view my website, you'll be able to do that. All right, I'll see you guys later. Bye.